And now time for some kitchen inspiration. We've got Gabby's son, Giorgio, in the kitchen, but Nadia, the First Lady of News on 5FM Drive, joins us to whip up some magic, right? Are you good in the kitchen, Nadia?
I'm okay in the kitchen. I'm actually more of a baker, but I would like to get better, so show me the way, please.
Well, this is fantastic because did you know that the way risotto is made is one of the most common ways that rice is cooked in Italy? I didn't know that, and I know a lot of you didn't know that. Now, this northern Italian rice dish can be enjoyed with all kinds of meats and fish, but today we're making a flavorful vegan risotto with one of my favorite ingredients, mushrooms. They are such an underrated type of girl.
No, they are. They are.
Mushrooms actually
they're so good.
are actually the girl that everybody should be wanting to hang out with, but is actually shying away from.
I know, and they're so delicious
Yeah.
and so high in protein. I don't know why people are so scared of them.
Well, you're going to show us how we can make them flavorful and bring them to life in
Yes.
this setting. Tell us more, Gabby.
Well, Nadia, would you, because I mean, there's quite a few there, would you mind chopping them for me and just literally chop them thinly lengthways?
Perfect.
Amazing.
I'm
Is
on
this
it.
intimidating at all, Nadia?
A little bit, because I had this discussion with my sister the other day, who's a chef, and she was telling me how she cuts them, which is different to what I do.
What is the difference between
No, I
how you
don't know.
cut them and how she cuts them?
She pulls the stalk out and then cuts that separately and then cuts this, but I usually just...
Gabby, is there like a specific technique that people should be sort of employing for
No,
this?
so what Nadia and I were chatting about now is it's so dependent on you, but for me,
Yeah.
like basically what Nadia and I was chatting about, like the stalk you can cut off if you want it to be really consistent cooking throughout. Whereas personally for me, I don't mind having some of the mushroom a bit harder and some a bit softer
Yeah.
because then you're getting texture. So
Yeah.
it just depends on
On
you.
You can tell it's going to come out really, really good when the person making the food is giggling throughout the entire process. Nadia, you're too cute, too cute. Well, I'll tell you this. We're making use of our BWELL canola and olive oil blend this morning to bring it all together. It's the unique benefits of BWELL canola oil combined with the taste of carefully selected extra virgin oils to produce that, quality oil with a beautiful olive taste profile, which we really do appreciate. And it's made exclusively using locally sourced GMO-free canola oil. Love to hear it. Okay, so how are we doing there, Gabby?
Yeah, so we've added some celery, some shallot, and some garlic, and obviously our BWELL canola and olive oil blend to our
I really like
pot.
that all the good stuff is going into that pot.
Yes, and so basically the big thing with risotto is it's the rice that you're using. So
Yeah.
today we're using arborio rice, which is the most commercial. If you want to be a little bit more fancy, you can go to an Italian deli and get something called carnaroli.
Say that again.
Carnaroli.
Carnaroli,
And that is like almost just like a fancier version of risotto. And it's only like maybe 20, 30 rand more per kilogram.
And what's the main difference? Is it that carnaroli takes longer to prepare? Would you need to boil it longer?
No, it's slightly longer, but I can't. It's just something that my dad told me ages ago that if you want to like really impress your like foodie friends, don't
Yes.
just use arborio.
Yeah, no, of course.
But this is great to just have in your kitchen as a staple.
So if you really were wanting to go all the way
grab those
to
mushrooms
Italy,
first.
you'd want to
Yes,
just
thank you.
elevate that a little bit. Nadia, that is looking really impressive, and you were very quick with it as well. I can tell you're a baker because the science and the
No, they're
measurements
perfect.
of all of that,
They're
they're
perfect.
absolutely
Oh,
perfect.
thank
The
you.
precision.
Thank you.
So now tell me, a meal like this or a dish like this, you want to make sure you spend quite a bit of time around the pot. You don't just like throw everything in and then...
Well, this is the only thing with the risotto is that you kind of need to, it's really simple once you kind of get everything in.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of keep your eye on it because you have to keep on stirring to get that starch released
Yeah.
from your rice, which is what makes it so like oozy and creamy.
You've got to pay attention. It's not for the type of person who's dear my God. So you've got to be focusing. If your attention span is short like mine, then you're going to be headed for disaster.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
So, I mean, pretty much, if you have a bit more time, I like to brown the mushrooms a little bit longer. But, I mean, they
Okay.
are going to cook. So obviously, we've got stock and we've got some beautiful white wine to add
Mixing
to
it all
it.
together. It's a marriage in the pot of all the flavors you want. Well, listen, we've made this really simple for you at home. If you want to cook along with us, go on our website. It's expressoshow.com. We've got this recipe with all the ingredients you're going to need. What we have forgotten maybe to include in there is Nadia's sort of precision cutting style and chopping up style of mushrooms. But hopefully you've learned from this experience. Thank you, Nadia.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So what else can Nadia do to help around in this space? Because
I mean, usually
can
I
see
pour
your
a glass
hands
of
are
wine to have, but
itching.
it's the morning, so
Yeah,
so usually obviously I've just added some rice onto the pot, so that's obviously
Yeah.
a big thing now. Is you add the rice when the pot is still dry.
Oh.
Not dry. I mean, there's obviously things in it, but you know what I mean. There's no liquid yet.
And if you didn't do that, I mean, obviously then the cooking sort of time would be so different. You'd be left with rice that's not fully cooked.
I mean, I can't answer you on that because now I'm going to be adding the liquid. So I mean, it's going to cook. It's just
Eventually.
it's just something that they do.
It is.
That's how they
something
start
that
it.
they do.
That's how it works.
That's just what it is. Don't
Magic, it
ask
works.
questions. Don't ask questions.
Just follow the recipe.
But the most important thing is we've got some white wine here, which cooks out. Just so
Yeah.
you know, it's not like
Yeah.
you're going to be.
And I
drinking-
saw you taking that sip, Nadia. I mean, hopefully we still have
didn't,
enough to go
guys.
in there.
Very early in the
No, I
day.
joke. No, I joke. She didn't do it.
Maybe later.
Okay, great.
And we've added some peas.
Does it always have to be white wine?
Preferably. I mean, unless you're doing like a kind of a rich ragu type thing,
Yeah.
you could probably add red.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's, yeah.
The nice thing with the wines these days is that you can get non-alcoholic ones as well, a variety of
That
those.
too.
So you still can get the taste without the alcohol if you weren't
Exactly.
that person.
If you, yeah.
If you're not that
If you're that
person,
person. Yeah.
you got some cheese going on there. I suppose
Yeah.
that would be for later.
Yeah, so basically now, because I mean, this just needs to kind of cook a little bit now. So I've
Okay.
now put our wine in and our
Yeah.
rice. And then all we're going to be doing is then kind of adding our stock in. As soon as your stock disintegrates and it's
Yeah.
cooked through, then you add more stock in. And you kind of just keep on stirring.
Okay.
And basically, when all your stock is finished, your rice is all puffed up and beautiful.
As I march to the final
Final
product.
touch, we're going to then just literally throw in our vegan butter and parmesan.
Look at that. Nadia, would you
And
like to
yeah.
maybe come give it a
Yeah.
taste? Because, I mean, obviously you've gotten quite involved in this process. Give it a
Thank
taste.
you.
Tell me what you think of it.
It looks absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I've only ever tried to make risotto once, and it was such a fail.
Tell me how it tastes. Oh, yeah?
It's so like soft and
Yeah.
delicious and creamy.
All the things you want to be hearing. Listen, it's on expressoshow.com. Happy eating. Love that. I'll get